Valentina, over here. Obviously, we haven't seen you since, a year ago in your last fight against Alexa. We've since seen you on The Ultimate Fighter. So I guess, how's life been since that fight? It's coaching The Ultimate Fighter and now co-headlining this historic moment inside the Sphere.
Yeah, it was very very good year for me. I had opportunities to travel. I had the opportunity to be a coach and the Ultimate Fighter, and it's like so many events happened. And now with the preparation for the fight, and yeah, just amazing. I feel strong and very confident.
Alexa was in here and she said, after spending so much time with you on The Ultimate Fighter, she has a little bit more respect for you just based on having to be around you, working around you, seeing how you worked with your fighters. Is the feeling mutual? Did you gain any more respect for Alexa after seeing her and her fighters on The Ultimate Fighter?
I every time have respect for my opponents, and it's kind of like I never disrespect no one and like gaining more respect like only because of you see some like spending some more time. No, it's like not about me. I feel that I just know how hard is that to be martial artist, to train every day, and then to step in the octagon and fight. And this is by itself, this fact, it's already like so much respectable. And yeah, definitely, we spent so many time with Alexa. I probably could see her and her team more than I see my family during this year. And that is funny, but it's kind of like the part what we are doing, and it's it's okay with me. I feel like very normal.
And obviously, after preparing for her in back-to-back fights, did you have to do anything differently this time around that maybe you didn't do the last two times?
Can say that last two times. I would say it's wrong say that way, because our second fight, and everyone could see that I won the fight, but they give a draw. And like you imagine, a draw in these circumstances, it's say by itself. So what should I do? What should I change? I don't know. I really had to focus on to perform and to prepare myself the best way what I can. And I say I had some amazing training camp. I pushed myself to the all limits possible and what it's impossible limits. And just ready for the action. And it's going to be amazing event and amazing fight.
Did you do some of your camp in El Paso?
I did.
Why did you choose? I only ask because that's where my mother is from. So why did you choose El Paso? Because that's not really a hotbed for MMA.
I say it's amazing city, and like people who live there and growing up there, it's just like they have so good heart and spirit that I really fell in love with this city, with El Paso. And my coach, Pavel Fedotov, he has friend. He owned academies and martial arts in El Paso. And that's why we went over there. It's like very similar climate to Las Vegas. It's higher elevation that is good for your training, for your cardio as well. And in general, I was able to train with a lot of amazing training partners. Part of them, they were from El Paso. Another part, they were from Ciudad Juarez. Every day, every morning, they were crossing the border, train with me, and go back to and it was happening during a month and a half what we stayed in El Paso. And just like we, besides the trainings, was able to just deep down, just go and to see the culture of the city. Amazing, amazing river, and I was spend mostly my time in the river, and it's just so good.
Is that a place you'll go back to for your camps, or because we know you travel a lot for your camps, but will El Paso kind of be a home base for you moving forward for camps?
Oh, it's very hard to say because it's every time, it's all around. For example, for this for this fight, my training camp, it was divided on a few locations. So we started first we spent 2 months in Thailand in the Tiger Muay Thai. Then we traveled to Las Vegas. Here, one of my training partners, he has the biggest gym of Muay Thai, Andrada Muay Thai. And then we traveled to El Paso, and now we come back to Las Vegas. So it's every time moving, and the opportunity to train with different training partners, it's amazing because when you are in the one place only for a long time, you kind of know what to expect from your training partners. No, you know technique, but then like boom, and you have like completely different. You have to adjust. And I think I love this, like, because from Las Vegas to El Paso we were driving, and on our way back and come back, we stopped also in Arizona, in Phoenix, and trained in Fight Ready Academy. So it's another like more training partners with more skills. So it was just amazing, and I think it's exactly what I needed for like being in my best shape.
And then just last one for me. Can I just get your thoughts on the main event between Sean and Marab?
I think it's amazing, very like both, they are very competitive, very strong. Everyone, they have their like special fight style, and I would love to watch this fight, and it will be very intriguing how it's gonna end up. And so yeah, I think it's amazing main fight.
Valentina, just one from you over here. Last year, I remember you mentioned the influence that the Mexican crowd had over the potential decision, or the decision that was made with the 10-8 at the end. Is that a concern you have going into this fight, given now it's going to be a pro-Mexican crowd again?
The concern is like to finish the fight. This is number one, what is my head. It's like when to see the opportunity, yeah, to just do what you have to do, like 100% finish the fight. And you know, I've been in martial arts like for 31 years. I started when I was 5 years old to train. And definitely in all my career, I was fighting like so many places, so many different fighters. And they like in their home countries against, like when I had to fight not only against opponent, crowd, but I had World Muay Thai Championship where I had to not fight, but fight against the referee, because there was a like woman referee who was actually like doing everything. I was fighting in the final with a Thai girl, and she was doing everything to like taking points from me and like to prohibit the permitted technique. So she invented that I cannot do it, but she was trying to do that. And no matter what, I won the fight. And you know, when she was raising my arm, she said, "You're very lucky," because what she was trying to do, it's never worked.
For sure, and we've seen guys and girls from different career paths kind of stay in one region to compete and train out for most of their career. In your case, martial arts has taken you all over the world to not just compete and do other training sessions. So do you think that contributes to just the way you are now as a mixed martial artist, being able to diversify your skill set in different areas?
Definitely, this is the like big part of my life. Train and travel, be able to meet people who has the same passion for martial arts, but they were born in like extreme opposite side of the world. And this is definitely who I am right now. It's because all of these things together.
Valentina over here. Valentina, I think that when people break down the layoff for the fight, a lot of people think that the time between fights helps you the most because you've had such a long career, been champion, been in so many big fights. Do you agree with that this was probably better than it was for Alexa to have so much time between the last one?
I don't know. It's like to compare. Like I don't know. It's better for me or better for her. But I think I know exactly. It's good for me because I like after the injury and surgery what I have from the last fight, I now like feeling back 100%, and I don't have this rush time when I like force myself like to go and train and not be able to do like 100% to give 100% from me. So this is not about this case anymore because it spent enough time. I healed all the way up and ready for this amazing trilogy.
I want to ask you about another big fight going on at Flyweight. Someone you know that you're familiar with, Rose Namajunas, taking on Erin Blanchfield. Just what are your thoughts on that match?
I think it's amazing fight between both very strong girls, and I think like with Rose we are training so many times. I know she's an amazing fighter, very skillful. Her like technique, it's just like very high level, and her feeling of the fight it's the same, like it's a nature gifted. And we have So she was fighting this, Rose fighting this. Erin. I'm sorry, Erin. I just like it's blowout, you know. So Erin, she is like young, very hungry for the victory. She has this like feeling that like once she's in the ground, it's no matter what, she has to finish the fight. So I think it's gonna be very competitive and very interesting fight to watch. So I'm looking forward to see that fight.
Is there ever any, I guess, like, are you okay if they offer you Rose Namajunas because you guys have trained together and you guys are obviously friends and you both speak very nicely about each other?
You know, my focus right now is my fight. September 14. I never think about like next opponent and like, especially they are fighting in November. I will have like so many times like to think about it like whatever. But my focus is September 14. My opponent is Alexa, and this is it. No more people around.
Final question about Saturday. You're obviously a very intelligent and very just thoughtful fighter. Do you worry at all that anything going on through the cage with the sphere and the graphics are going to be distracting at all during the fight?
No. This is the last thing like what I'm worried about. It's nothing that it's like what's gonna happen. Of course it's huge and big for the crowd, but me as a fighter, I'm so focused on a fight. And like as I mentioned before, being in so many different like positions during my fighter career, in the different events, different organization, different like everything is different, and nothing could take my focus away, and that's why I'm not worried about that.
Thank you.
Valentina? I was just wondering, a former kickboxing opponent, Wang Tong, made her UFC debut a couple weeks ago. I was just wondering if you saw her UFC debut.
No, I didn't.
Thank you.
But I know what your question was. I didn't see her perform, but I was like, funny that it was like throwing some comments like, oh, there is a girl who won Valentina in kickboxing, and it is really funny because I tell you, when we fought, it was China, and back then and that year, like any foreign fighter who fought in China, they would say the same. To win Chinese opponent, you have to like not only knock out her, but knock out and make sure that she will be down for at least 30 minutes. Because if it would be just 5 minutes, they will bring her up. Just, are you ready? Go. And in the end, like they make you lose. Because if we compare judges of that organization in China with, for example, what happened in my last fight with Alexa, that judge would be an angel comparing to the judges in China in that time.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Right in the back, Valentina. This is a historic event for UFC at the Sphere, and there are 6 women on this card. What has it meant for you in your career to be in these moments, to be a trailblazer for women in MMA?
Oh, it's amazing. It's like, for me, it's everything because as I mentioned, it's martial arts, it's my life, and have this opportunity to fight in that historical event. It's just big, it's a huge, but right now I'm in it's action still for me. It's not time to pause yourself and reflect on what you did. It's not time yet because I'm doing things right now. That's why I'm moving forward. And I could say like maybe after like 5-10 years or whatever, like what does it really mean for me? But right now it's like, it's pure action for me.
One more about your training. You mentioned you were in El Paso and there were training partners who were coming across the border. Did you intentionally want to go to that region to train with partners who were from Mexico?
Actually, it was, first of all, as I mentioned, friend of my coach, Armando. He has a gym over there. It's a similar climate to Las Vegas. It's altitude, so it's kind of like dry, and altitude is make same things what I'm gonna feel here in Las Vegas. And this is the primary circumstances, and it's like, yeah, it's worked just good. It worked just perfect.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo
Hola.
estás? ¿Te puedo preguntar en español?
Claro.
Perfecto. Alexa hablaba que ajustó el boxeo. ¿En los últimos días has ajustado algo diferente para esta noche?
¿Yo?
Sí.
Ah, um, estuve trabajando de todo. No es solamente cosa de ajustar alguna técnica. MMA es solamente tienes que naturaleza, de nacimiento, sentir el sentimiento de la pelea. Eso es lo más importante. No es solamente ajustar solamente una técnica, porque puedes confiar en su boxeo y de ahí de repente una patada sale y ya terminó todo. Entonces, es así. Trabajar en todos sus fuertes lados y siempre empujarse hasta el final. Eso es lo más importante.
Comentaste que no te distrae la esfera con todo lo nuevo que tendremos. Por primera vez, ya todos sabemos lo histórico que es esta noche por ser el primer evento deportivo ahí. ¿Podés usarlo a tu favor, todo lo nuevo que tendremos? Colores, gritos, banderas de México quizá en mayoría. ¿Eso también te puede motivar o preferís quedarte en tu plan?
No, por supuesto, esta motivación, porque energía que está adentro te carga. Entonces, cuando sales a pelear y sientes toda esta energía, te motiva. Entonces, quieres dar todo lo mejor. Entonces, por supuesto, cada detalle que va a estar en el evento es mi motivación.
Hola, me llamó mucho la atención la historia que contabas, tu historia en la frontera. ¿Nos la podrías contar en español?
Sobre mi campamento en El Paso.
Sí, por favor, en El Paso y en Juárez.
Sí, claro. Nosotros fuimos como 4 o 6 semanas antes de la pelea. Nosotros fuimos a El Paso para tener mi campamento aquí. Mi entrenador, maestro Pavel, él tiene amigo Armando que su academia se llama Zen Martial Arts. Y sí, así es. Nosotros entrenamos con todos sparring partners de El Paso y también parte de Ciudad Juárez que estaban todos los días cruzando la frontera para entrenar conmigo. Después regresando a la casa. Entonces, no sé, solamente toda esta energía y cultura que yo tenía de experiencia en El Paso me cargó con mucha fuerza y yo siento muy bien preparada para la pelea.
Y esto obviamente mejora tu español, hace que tengas mejores relaciones con los mexicanos y en una noche tan mexicana como esta, pues seguramente te motiva, ¿no?
Mi relación con mexicanos siempre era excelente, nunca no me ha malogrado, porque yo tengo muchos amigos de México DF, de Valle de Bravo, de Acapulco. Nosotros muchas veces viajamos a México y respeto mucho la cultura mexicana. Entonces, sí, por la vida, mi contrincante es de México, pero también en Muay Thai, en competencia de Muay Thai, he peleado tantas veces con peleadores de Tailandia, pero me lleva bien la cultura, me llama esta cultura. Y es lo mismo yo puedo decir sobre México. Entonces, sí, ustedes tienen muy excelentes peleadores, muy fuerte corazón y fuerza, pero este es deporte. Entonces no es nada personal, es solamente una persona y otra persona. Nosotros peleamos de las dos. Nosotros no peleamos con toda la gente. Por eso yo no quiero que la gente confunden, traigan en esta rivalidad mucho más que es solamente rivalidad entre dos personas.
По-английски и по-испански уже было, давайте по-русски немножечко. Здравствуйте,
Хорошо.
Валентина.
Здравствуйте.
Вы, казалось, не очень хотели принимать этот бой, и сама Алекса на презентации ночи в июне говорила, что вряд ли будет биться с вами. Что или кто в итоге повлияли на ваше решение драться на ночи?
Немножко не так. Не то, что не хотела принимать этот бой. Я всегда готова принять любой бой против любого бойца.
Вы хотели на ночи именно, да?
На ночи UFC, и, конечно, это были обоснованные причины, почему. Но, допустим, если мы говорим о этом ивенте, это ночи UFC, это Riot Season, это UFC 306, то есть здесь уже это не просто как бы ночи UFC, это гораздо больше. Здесь больше international, больше интернациональных боев. Также main card это США против Грузии, то есть как бы да, много тематики мексиканской, но все же это не тот турнир, который можно назвать День независимости Мексики.
Ну, кстати, День независимости Кыргызстана был как раз 31 августа.
Все
Так
правильно.
что турнир как раз между.
Все правильно. День независимости Кыргызстана это 31 августа. И, конечно, да, для меня это именно, как сказать, я буду отмечать именно независимость своей страны.
Ну, кстати, ваш последний бой был тоже на ночи против Алексы, правда, Fight Night был. Насколько некомфортно было и насколько вы чувствовали, что вы не на своей, а на мексиканской территории?
Нет, для меня нету никакой разницы. То есть за всю свою спортивную карьеру я провела поединки против бойцов в их стране, где были все трибуны заполнены болельщиками с другой стороны. То есть для меня это нет никакой разницы, где, когда, с кем драться. Но тот факт, что наш бой, прошлый бой, то есть я его выиграла. Все, кто могли посмотреть бой, все однозначно единого мнения. Но при этом, что я выиграла бой, дали ничью. То есть результат боя был ничья. И это говорит, то есть этот результат, он говорит сам за себя. То есть получается, это уже в прошлом. Мы об этом сейчас даже не разговариваем. Сейчас я настроена для хорошего, отличного поединка, показать всю свою мощь, силу и скорость.
И последний от меня. Если вы выиграете в субботу вечером, есть ли шанс увидеть
Нету
Шевченко Грассо
если.
4?
Если нету.
Когда вы выиграете? А есть ли шанс увидеть Шевченко Грассо 4 или это последняя серия вашего мексиканского сериала?
Вы знаете, я бы так не стала шутить, ваш мексиканский сериал или что-то такое. Я думаю, когда мы разговариваем о таких серьезных вещах, как ММА и поединки, здесь не очень уместно именно такие высказывания говорить. Но я скажу, что я настроена, мой фокус — это всегда бой в субботу. Допустим, сейчас у нас сентябрь 14, и я никогда не буду заглядывать вперед, что и как дальше, потому что мой фокус, он целенаправлен, он цельный, и он только на этот бой. А то, что будет проходить после этого боя, я буду думать уже сентябрь 15.
Хорошего боя.
Спасибо.
Wow, Rush is so hard to understand. Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Mireli, from Brazil. Podemos hablar en español, ¿está bien,
Sí,
Valentina? Me gustaría mucho que hablases sobre una atleta muy joven, es Natalia Silva, es invicta y es de su división. ¿Tú conoces?
Yo conozco a Natalia Silva por nombre, pero todavía no tenía oportunidad para ver sus peleas, pero sé que ella recién ha peleado con Jessica Andrade y ganó por decisión. Entonces, como usted dijo, es invicta. Entonces, es una peleadora joven, bien hambriente para ganar las peleas. Y sí, se habla por sí sola.
Está bien, gracias.
Gracias.